I was babysitting my little 4-year-old grandson, and there was some older kids around, and I don't know, this kid was trying to make conversation. He was about 9. Do you like hockey? No, I don't. Do you like baseball? Do you like, give me honest. No. And then pause. Are you a content creator?
The 9-year-old Alice?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yes. Are you a content? You are listening to What's Next? Conversations with Boomers. And I'm Barb Desmarais, your host. So today, we've got an extra special episode. Today being actually the season finale. Each season, and we are in season 12. Mela, season 12.
Right? It's wild.
Season 12. It's wild.
This would be your 120th episode.
Oh my gosh. How did we ever come up with all these ideas? Anyway, we are doing something we've never done before. We are introducing comedy into this episode. And in a very special way, because we have a boomer with us. Actually, she's not quite a boomer. She's on the cusp. Anyway, we have Colleen Landry with us. And if you're over 40 and you're on Instagram, you know her, you've seen her, you've laughed at her, with her. For sure. She's huge. She's huge. So we are absolutely honored to have her come on and chat with us about how she started, where she gets her ideas from, etc. Colleen, welcome to our little show here.
Thank you, Barb, and congratulations. 12 years.
12. This is our 12th season, but it's not years. Yeah, each season
Still a
has
lot of seasons.
Still a lot of seasons. Yeah, each season has 10 episodes. And so this is season 12, but we have recorded 120 episodes. Yeah.
I am honored to be your season finale.
Yeah. Well, first of all, give us your backstory and then tell us how this new gig all started. Let's hear how this all came about.
Well, I retired from teaching 1 year ago. And in the lead up to that, I guess, where did it all start? I mean, I've always been interested in comedy. I watched Carol Burnett when I was a little kid, loved it, and always imagined that would be the most amazing job. But, I never thought it could happen because I thought you had to live in a big city and what have you. But throughout the years, I've always done humor writing. I would write slice of life, Irma Bombeck type pieces for newspapers about raising kids. I was a humor columnist for about 5 years, and I've written a humor book. So I always kind of thought I'd go at it through the writing. And then a few years ago, I took a stand-up comedy class for women only. So I thought that sounded less intimidating. And at the end of the 8 weeks, we put on a show, and I loved it. And there used to be a comedy club here in town, so I would perform once in a while, open mics. And it was fun, but scary. Then during COVID, when everything was shut down, I saw a lot of people posting comedy videos about the situation, about COVID. So I jumped in and I did a series. I only posted on Facebook, but it was about how to accessorize pajamas because nobody was leaving and we were living in them. So I would do one about, add a nice pair of earrings, add a scarf when you're putting your garbage at the end of your driveway. It's outing. And it got, some pretty good feedback. So that sort of gave me confidence. When we were leaving our houses, I kind of ran out of ideas. So I let it go for a couple of years. And then as retirement was coming, I just felt I wanted something a little bit different. And I had read an article about women our age kind of taking over Instagram and TikTok. And because I had thought of it for young people, especially TikTok.
And I think most of us do.
Yeah, it was kind of dance moves and stuff when it first came out. And I thought, I don't belong there.
That's not me.
No, me either. So I started posting kind of like the stuff I do now, on and off for a couple of years. I don't think I had more than 600 or 700 followers. I got nice comments, but not very many. So I thought, oh, this isn't going anywhere. And then I would stop for a few months and then I would try again. So this was a couple of years leading up to retirement. And then I posted one video about 14 months ago. And I really was about to throw in the towel. I thought, ugh, I had just gotten up. I had no makeup on. And my husband had left a couple of things on the new coffee tables that I had just bought in our family room. And they were like curated nice. I didn't really want people touching them, if at all possible. And he left a ball cap and a balled up sock. So when I came downstairs, I was mildly annoyed. And I just had this idea to make a tongue-in-cheek video about how the white sock adds a focal point and softens the space, because I'm obsessed with HGTV. I don't know if you watch that, but I love
Yeah, I am too. Well, I have always been hugely into home decor.
Me
Yeah.
too. So I watched the shows and I had the lingo. So I just did a quick video, look at this, blah, 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 blah. And I just put my phone in the kitchen and I heard all this dinging. And I realized I'd never heard that sound before, that it was new followers and all these comments. And it was probably a bigger endorphin rush than when I held our newborn babies.
Oh,
Well, this is validating. So my numbers kept climbing and climbing and climbing. So I sort of followed that for a while and my numbers just kept going up and up. And since then, I've branched out a bit with different things about beauty and aging and menopause. But I have seemed to have created this amazing community of women who are, mildly annoyed by these little things in life. And it's just been amazing. I never could have imagined that it would go this far in a little over a year.
well, I just think it's so interesting how, I mean, you didn't have a vision, it sounds like, of
No,
okay, I'm going to talk about random things around the house and talk about them being a part
no.
of my decor. It was just off the cuff, as you say.
Yep.
And then you forgot about it. And oh
Yep.
my gosh. But I love stories like that, Colleen, because this is how life happens so often.
It's true.
It's the things that we don't expect, we don't anticipate. It's something that, comes out of left field and oh my gosh, it's just completely taken off. Or, when you meet somebody, I just ran into this person at the bus stop and oh my gosh, that was 35 years ago or whatever,
Right.
how
You're not
things,
anticipating it. And then if you do try too hard and you have a vision, it doesn't usually work out. So I just
Exactly.
thought, this is funny to me. And I just kept posting things that I thought were funny. And as I said, I've always been obsessed with home decor, but I didn't imagine that it would come into comedy. Like I always knew my path was humor or comedy somehow.
yeah.
But because I don't live in New York, I thought, well, that's never going to happen. Stand-up comedy, you know what I mean? But the internet just levels the playing field. And I really think if you just keep following those little nudges and whatever interests you, or for me, whatever is funny, the universe kind of, responds.
I could not agree more. And this was given to you. You didn't seek it out. Okay, you were already in the comedy field, mostly writing initially, but what you're doing now, this was a gift given to you. It seems, right?
Yes. I mean, when I say that to friends, they'll say, you've been picking at it for years, which I guess I have. It's not like I, going around to nightclubs every night, but I have been trying and chipping away at it for years, either through writing, the stand-up comedy course, did a bit of stand-up, wrote a humor book, tried Instagram and TikTok, went off it, tried it again. So yeah, I think if you just keep picking away at it, you're kind of tweaking. And then it just happens. And then with the inferior designer, that kind of evolved as well. Because when I first started doing the videos, I referred to my husband as my husband. Then after a couple of months, I referred to him as my in-house interior designer. And then one time I pretended to slip up and I said interior designer. And then I got a lot of good feedbacks. So it's stuck. And then I call my grown sons the junior apprentice designers. So
Yeah.
your followers kind of guide you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when I say it's given to you, this particular niche, because
Yeah.
what I'm watching is you've got a very specific, and I don't think, well, branding, I guess it is. I don't know. Mela, what do you call it? You're in comedy too.
Yeah, like a
Bella?
brand of comedy. Not really. I'm not really in comedy, no.
Well, you've dabbled in it anyway.
Yeah.
But what Colleen does is the subject matter is very different. Capitalizing on a dirty sock, or like an orange.
What a thought.
Who would have thought?
I know.
And made that into comedy. That's what it means. You didn't anticipate this taking off, obviously,
No.
the way that it has. And then all these dings come. That is hilarious.
And that's what I mean when, the universe / followers inform you. So I was amazed by it. But at the same time, I thought, these are the things that my friends and I talk about, just the little annoyances, when you go for a glass of wine. So clearly, women everywhere feel this way. So I think if you can relate to it and your friends talk about it, it's a universal thing. I still couldn't have imagined this, but I think it's a little outlet for women that feel mildly annoyed, and we can just laugh at it. So I'm just,
oh yeah. And
thrilled.
the menopause stuff, I mean, it's hilarious.
Thank
And
you.
I just feel like we're all getting older. Stuff happens. Things,
Yeah.
we're starting to droop and all these things. And we've got to be able to laugh at ourselves, because there's nothing we can do about it.
I know.
This is life. But if we can find the humor in it. Well, you and I were talking on the phone the other day, something else that, is so typical. I'm just thinking it could be how we forget people, like famous people's names, and everybody knows who you're talking about, but nobody can come up with a name.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
I'm playing charades with my friends when we get together. I still have to do a video about that, but you're right. It's a real thing. Or you're driving somewhere and you end up at the grocery store and you think, is this where I'm supposed to be right now? I don't feel it, but I'm here.
Yes. I've opened the fridge. Okay. And why would that be?
I don't know.
Why?
I know.
What do I want? What am I looking for? Let me see. Why have I got the fridge? Why did I walk into this room? What?
I know. It's really a thing. It's like that menopause musical. It's forgetting words and hot flashes, and we're all in it. So, and it's the stuff we joke about when we get together with friends. So I'm just delighted that women across the world have related to it.
Oh, well, it just lightens things up. Honestly, it just gives the whole thing some levity. It's so much fun. Okay. What are the little monologues you do that is so, I was going to say, so we can say it. It's so damn funny.
Music to my ears.
When you go into Shoppers Drug Mart.
I'm on my way to Shoppers Drug Mart, where I hope to finally convince Brianna, the young sales clerk who spells her name with 4 N's and an H, that I don't need her senior citizens discount. Her eagle eyes always zero in on new problem areas. And I have a bad feeling today she is going to comment on this little age spot that cropped up since our last visit. And I don't want her eye going there, and I don't want her telling me about the anti-aging serums in aisle 5 and that I can get 20% off because I'm a senior citizen. I'm sick of it. Today, I am going to draw her eye away from the problem area and towards one of my more youthful features, the ear. So I'm going to draw an arrow right to that youthful, dewy ear so that her eye goes here and not the age spot, not the problem area. Look how dewy and plump that ear is. There are no wrinkles. It's the unsung hero of my face. Look at that. Took 10 years off me. Take that, Brianna.
I didn't realize Shoppers Drug Mart was also in New Brunswick. So
Yes.
okay, for the listeners, one thing that I didn't add is Colleen is Canadian.
Yes.
Yes. So, okay, tell us about
How that happened.
how
That
that
is-
happened.
I mean, pretty well all my videos have a kernel of truth. Of course I exaggerate, but During COVID, true story, I went into Shoppers Drug Mart. I think I was 55, 2020. Yeah, I was about 55. So, okay, to be fair, the discount is for 55-year-olds, the seniors,
Right.
not
I was
60 or
shocked at that.
65. Me too. So this young girl was working, and I mean, my roots had grown in because all the salons were closing, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
probably
why
had-
I'm gray, Colleen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, because
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody
I
did that during COVID. It looks great. I'm not there yet, but if it looked like that, I would do it.
oh, thanks.
Nice. But anyway, I looked horrendous. I thought, I thought that was what the trend was. I was probably wearing pajama bottoms, maybe crying softly. I was digging through my purse for my magnifiers because I couldn't see anything. So I guess I was giving senior citizen vibes. But when I got up to the cash, the young girl said, without asking, "You are eligible for the seniors discount, ma'am." And I'm like, "Me? Youthful me?" And she said, "Yes, you get 20% off. It's Thursday." So I was like half happy that I could save 20%, but half insulted that she
Yeah.
didn't even ask how old I was. And then I realized it was only 55. I felt a bit better, but I thought the audacity.
The
I made up
audacity,
her
exactly.
name. And then I made up her name with the spelling because as a former teacher, in the last 10 years or so, I could see that the names were getting more and more unique,
And the spelling.
some had vowels, some didn't. I'm exaggerating, but I thought if I spell her name with 4 N's and an H, they'll know that she's roughly, 18, 17. So I
Yeah.
exaggerated about that, but that is true. So and those videos seem to hit a mark with women too, because we're torn. We like the 20%, but we don't like that we're senior citizens.
Exactly. No, I remember when somebody suggested, I mean, this is quite a few because I'm well over 55. Well, and would you like, I'm going to give you the seniors discount.
Yeah, I know. Please don't say that.
I
I know. I know. It's like we're really there and it's jarring because
It's
we just
jarring.
don't think of ourselves that way. So when this young thing is just flippant about it, so I thought I'll take that and run with it. And some of the other skits I've done, I have different personas. They're all based on a kernel of truth. One of them this was a few months ago, I did a sort of a skit about an esthetician.
Welcome to Honest Spa. You just having a facial today, are you? I'm just going to turn this light on and get a better look at your skin, okay? Oh boy. You've got lots of sun damage. Did you ever hear of sunscreen? I'm noticing a lot of scarring. Were you burnt in a fire as a child? Wow, those are some really big pores. I'm going to go ahead and put some toner aside for you, okay? And I'll add that to your bill. It's really expensive. Your skin's awful dry. Have you ever moisturized before, even the once? I'm just adding a little steam to your face to see if we can do something with those massive pores, okay? I'm just going to put this moisturizing eye gel around your eyes, see if we can get rid of some of that crusty skin, okay? You know what would really benefit your skin is a fractional laser. What it is, it's an expensive and painful procedure that burns the first layer of your skin off, and then you look good. Thank you so much. That'll be $150 for the facial and $97 for the expensive toner that doesn't work, okay? You are absolutely glowing, and that glow will last all the way till you get to your car. Thanks for coming in. Promise me you'll look into the laser. You really need it.
We do go to these estheticians and they insult us and we pay them big bucks.
Yeah.
You know what you
Yeah.
could use the laser treatment. I think
Oh,
you
thank
could
you.
have
Thank
laser.
you.
Thank you so much. It would
Nice,
really
yeah.
help with this sagging skin you've got going on here. And just the other day, this is all true. I went to a makeup store and there was a young girl and I was looking for an eyeliner that didn't run because they always end up on my forehead. And she was really young. And I swear she looked at me and she goes, "Can I be honest with you?" There's a video coming about her. This is based on 100% truth. And I said, "Sure." She goes, "You've got a hooded lid. So what happens when you put the eyeliner on top is it just disappears. I wouldn't feel right selling that to you." Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
there's always a kernel of truth with Brianna and
Great.
other beauty advisors that I've had the joy of being given feedback from.
Well, I love how you talk about. I saw went to Shoppers Drug Mart and there was Brianna with 4N, and the
And she was so helpful yet again.
okay. Wow, gosh, what did I see today? What did you do today that was really funny?
Today was a morning breakfast blessings about sunspots.
Good morning. Today, with summer coming to an end, I am so grateful for my brand new sunspots that I got this summer, despite wearing a very expensive SPF even while I slept. And, you know, when we were kids, we called them freckles, and now we call them sunspots and sun damage. And I want to change that. Sunspots are nature's way of kissing us, and I want to draw the eye to it, not away from it. So I've got a couple of new ones here, and I want to actually connect them and draw a sun. Isn't that pretty? It reminds us that no matter what we do or how much we spend, the sun is going to have its way with us. I feel like I'm aging backwards, quite frankly.
I've kind of branched out now. It's the beauty. I did sort of feel, I have to say, when I was just doing the inferior design stuff, I thought, oh, am I going to be able to maintain this? I was struggling to come up with ideas. And so I'm kind of happy that I've branched out a bit. So now I kind of go back and forth from the Brianna to the menopausal stuff to phoning our boys. And
That's
those
hilarious.
get some good feedback too, because I have boys.
Yeah.
So they're not always being very verbal. So I exaggerate that. So
Yeah,
that's another
yeah.
kind of character.
Well, you can tell them about, you know, when you're going through their stuff and phoning them and asking if they want this, because it would really be a little augment to our letting go episode of, we talk about, you know, all this stuff we've accumulated, and when we go, nobody's going to want it. It's just going to be in the garbage.
Right.
And we who have raised kids have got, you know, well, you and I were talking about, we
Yeah.
got a
Tons of
Rubbermaid
stuff.
bin full of stuff that we very carefully curated and just, you know, put aside the special stuff.
Newspaper clippings and, you know, variety show stuff, badges, stuff that they will never take. I've got a stack. We talked about that this high.
Yeah.
For my boys, they both played hockey. So every year they would get a new tracksuit with their name and number. And it's who's going to take those? I'll say, why don't you take them? And if you have kids one day, no, Mom. And the trophies. But I think we all struggle with that because we get to a point where we have to face those closets. We're getting older. We don't want to leave all of that stuff for somebody to go through, but we don't want to just throw it away. So it's a dilemma. So I just try to take everyday things that perplex me or annoy me and think, I bet other people are thinking this too.
Oh, totally. Absolutely.
It's not things, but we have to think about it.
Hi, honey, it's Mom. I'm still going through yours and your brother's rooms, and I was vacuuming today, and I noticed that your framed university degree is still on the floor underneath your bed. It looks beautiful. I find the dust bunnies really soften it. Do you remember when your father and I flew to your graduation and you wanted that degree framed and you liked the double mat and the mahogany frame? Anyway, don't you worry a bit about it. I can't even remember what we paid. Oh, here's a crumpled up receipt. Let's just take a boo. $543. That's peanuts for us. As you know, your father loves to work, and if he has to put in a few more years, so be it. Just get back to me and let me know if you'd like to leave that framed degree underneath your bed for a few more years, okay?
Now, in my son's defense, of course, I'm always exaggerating.
Yeah,
he doesn't have a house yet, and he's still studying, so it's huge. He's not going to put it in his little apartment and then move it. I know he'll take it, but yeah, it's still under his bed framed. And then I went on and said, remember when your father and I flew there and you wanted the double mat and the nice mahogany frame? Well, it looks beautiful. And don't you worry about how much that costs. Your father will work. he will work until 9. You just don't worry about us. We're fine.
Yeah. And then are you still there? Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, I think that was the one I called my inferior designer. What was that one about? Oh, I had read a study that the sound of a woman's voice
That's right. That's right.
relaxes the vagus nerve of a man.
Hi, it's me. Busy? Well, your meeting can wait. You're not going to believe this. I just read a study that said the sound of a woman's voice can stimulate the vagus nerve of a man, slowing down his heart rate. I have literally been saving your life. You could have had a heart attack. All my talking over the past 32 years has kept you alive. Apparently, you don't even need to respond to my voice. You can continue to look blankly at the TV while I tell you about my day. It's simply the sound of my voice, and I'm going to keep doing it. You'll thank me when all your friends are dead and buried. Hello? Are you there? Me again. We must have got cut off. Oh, you hung up. Didn't even thank me for saving his life.
So when I see these little snippets come up, the latest study shows that mothers of boys have more cognitive decline than mothers of daughters. I'll save it and think I can do a video with that. So I think I did one last week calling the boys and saying, you don't have to thank me. You did not cause my decline just because I ended up at Chapters and I thought I was at the grocery store. That's not you. And just because I spent 20 years in a cold rink and we went bankrupt for hockey, that does not mean you caused it. Don't worry. I'm fine.
Oh, God, that's so funny. Yeah. Well, just what you said earlier. I know you're in a meeting, but this is more important. Do you not realize I've actually saved your life?
Right.
So, just think about that.
And then he hangs up. I call him back. He got disconnected. Oh, you hung up. Not going to thank? I've kept you alive. Are you not hearing this? So again, it's the exaggeration of, I want to tell every detail of my day, and he's less detail oriented.
Yeah. Well, boys tend to be that way. I've got a son and a daughter, and the difference in terms of sharing is absolutely opposite ends.
Right. I mean, I have to say when we're together, they're pretty good and chatty, but texting my husband and it's more just a thumbs up or, yep, okay.
Yeah.
I'll send this great big, and then I had this for lunch and I chewed 25 times and then I went on a walk and it's a bit cloudy. And then I guess if there's no question, my husband will just go, thumbs up. Good stuff. And to know, I just got out of surgery. It sounds like I'm going to make it. Thumbs up. If there's no question.
Yeah. Just keep to the bare minimum and, thank God for that thumbs up.
Right.
Covers all bases.
It covers it all.
Yeah. Okay. So talk about the menopause one. Ones, plural. Yeah. Just waking up, basically swimming in your sweat.
Oh, that was a real symptom that I had. I don't know if all women have it, but for a while there, I'm telling you, you just wake up drowning practically. So again, I exaggerated it. We have life jackets. So I put one on and then spray my hair and...
Greetings. It is 3 a.m. and I want to show you how to deal with night sweats quietly so you do not wake your inferior designer. This is not his problem. Step 1, take off your life jacket quietly. Be very quiet. Just gently. Be careful not to fling it. Go back to sleep. Did I hit you with the buckle of the life jacket? I'm so clumsy. Next step, towel off quietly and gently. Ow, it's in my eyes. Oh, sorry. Now I have to lay down a clean, dry towel without disrupting anybody. So just give it a little quiet flap. Oh, sorry, sweetie. Go back to sleep. Next is to find something dry to wear. Go into your drawers quietly, okay? Don't bang. Oh, the heck are my pajamas? Oh, sweat more quietly. Did I trip on you? Once you've changed into something dry, you can just wait for the next round to come. Night sweats don't have to be bothersome or disruptive. We can handle them with dignity. The main thing is to let your inferior designer sleep. This is not his problem, okay? This is your problem.
You know, my whole tone or theme is, you know, I guess sarcasm and tongue in cheek. So I just take everything and go, oh, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky to have this glass sitting here. It really catches the sunlight beautifully. So I just tried to take that tone and do it with everything. So then menopause, you know, all the issues that my friends and I talk about, not sleeping, forgetting names, night sweats. And then I kind of put that into a character.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're taking as you say, you see a little article or something. Okay, I'm going to run with this because
Right.
we have got something. Well, comedy, you can do that. There's lots of poetic license. You can say whatever you want.
And he's a good sport. You know, it's funny because when that first video came out that I really thought nobody would see with the ball cap, I said to him, I'm like, oh, I think I kind of threw you under the bus. Are you okay with it? Nobody sees these videos, so I didn't think twice about it. And then it just kept getting more and more and more. And now he's a great sport. He loves it. And he's known as the inferior designer. So he'll be at work and he'll be in a meeting. This happened to him once. He was in a meeting out of town from where he works. And someone who knew I was on Instagram at the meeting said, how is Colleen making out? How are her numbers? And someone else in the meeting said, oh, your wife's on Instagram. And he said, yeah, what does she do? And he said, well, basically makes fun of me. And she calls me the inferior designer. And she said, you're the inferior designer? Yes. She had been following me and didn't know that it was my husband. Yeah. So, it's exaggeration. And he gets it. He understands that it's just, you know, fun.
Well, he's probably thrilled for you. I mean,
he actually is.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's like I've got a new career, you know, neither of us was expecting it to balloon this way. So he gets a kick out of it.
Well, that's another reason I wanted to have you on, because it's, you know, we talk about what are you going to do after, you know, what's next? The title of this podcast. It all came about because a friend of mine who was thinking about retirement, constantly thinking to herself, okay, now what's next after retirement? And, you know, you've just illustrated just a brilliant example of, you know, this is a new chapter. It's so fun. It's so creative. It doesn't have an end. It's not I mean, you can go so many places with this.
Well, thank you. I mean, I feel the same about you. You're doing a podcast, which I think is so cool. I've always wanted to do that. But I know exactly what you mean. I think it keeps a lot of people from retiring because it is a little nerve-wracking. You don't want to sit in a rocking chair. But I think there's something for everybody. It doesn't have to be online or in Instagram, but I do think there's something for everybody. And when you take the time to just follow those little nudges, it'll lead you to it, I think. Whether you like to cook or you're into fashion, there's so much out there. And the internet just, like I said, levels the playing field.
It does. It really does. I know. Well, I started listening to podcasts and thought, oh my gosh, I would love to do this.
Yeah.
I just love conversation, but I don't have a clue. Not a clue. And my daughter, Claire, said, do you want me to introduce you to my friend Mela? She's got a podcast. And I said, sure. I knew absolutely nothing. Yeah. Follow those little nudges.
There are Mellas everywhere out there. Thank you, Mela, that will guide us.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tech is not our thing, but you just kind of learn as you go, as we talked about that, as you need it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you know, if there's no reason to use it, you don't learn it just for the heck of it. But when you've got a purpose, I mean, I, like you're obviously very motivated because you've achieved such success with it and it's getting better. And you look at all these, you mean, really, Colleen, 500,000 followers on Instagram. I think you've got 200,000 on TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok is less consistent. I think Instagram is more consistent. Like I could put something on TikTok and it will go crazy, and the next day I'll get 1,000, and they're like, "Meh,
Mhm.
we don't like you today." But I mean, I still like TikTok, but I'd say I have double the followers on Instagram and more of
And
it.
you're on YouTube, right?
Yes, I just start again. YouTube, I've been on and off. I guess YouTube is where it's going, especially for brand deals. I do have a manager now, which is insane. He's about
Oh, wow.
the age of my children, minus a few years. So yeah, I do brand deals, which is incredibly exciting and surreal. But he has told me that it's not a bad idea to start posting on YouTube because a lot of the brands are there. But I don't have great results there yet. So I'll just keep throwing them up. So I do the same video on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I just post the
It'll
same
grow. The
every day.
YouTube will grow.
It'll happen.
Yeah. Well, people have told me that there more boomers actually go on YouTube than on Instagram,
Oh,
which
okay.
I'm on Instagram all the time, but apparently that's
YouTube, I know the least about. Like Mela said, turn your camera sideways because we're putting it on YouTube. But I know that you're supposed to do it like that for shorts, and there's longs. Anyway, Mela, you're probably rolling your eyes.
Now, what do the
anyway.
boys think about this?
They think it's cool too.
Yeah.
And it's so ironic because they're really not on social media. When they were teenagers, I was quite, I monitoring it. Who's following you, and be careful not to post this and that. I think I scared them away from it. And they both, they don't have much of a following. So I don't know what they think of me. I think they think it's cool. And the thing is,
but they do they watch?
I think so. My oldest has not got an account on either platform, but his fiance does. She follows me, so I think she maybe shows him. My youngest does have he has an Instagram and a TikTok account. He doesn't post very much, but I think he sees them. I don't know if he sees them every day, but both of them have said, people at their work are like, "Is that your mom?" I said, "Have I mortified you?"
Yeah. Oh,
But,
I just think it's so cool.
I mean, I'd
And
never name them or anything. When I call them, I just pretend. And so they can lie and say, "That's not my mom."
yeah.
Never
Honey.
saw her before.
Hi, honey, it's mom.
Hi, honey. It's just
Yeah.
honey.
Yeah, honey. So, and there's a wedding coming up. So when we were talking on the phone, you said that you're going to do a Mother of the Bride episode, trying on different. So how are you going to incorporate humor into that?
Well, I think I'll pretend to be, I will be in a dressing room and just trying on over the top dresses and saying how lovely this looks, because mother of the groom and bride dresses can be
Or
pretty.
brother of the groom, your brother of the groom. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm mother of the groom. Yeah. But those dresses can be pretty, matronly and over the top. So I think I'll go at it with that. But yeah, I would run it by them first, but I think I can do a little series about getting ready for the wedding.
That could be hilarious,
That could
because
be fun.
there are some really over the top, or you could put on something that's, made for an 18-year-old or
Exactly. Leopard
or something
skin.
that's, for a 90-year-old. Okay, tell me now, what do you think of this?
Yeah.
Tell me,
You think
be honest.
buttoned all the way up? And then I thought it would be funny to do things like, at rehearsal, do I walk down the aisle with him too? Do I stand up? I mean, I gave him life.
I gave him life. Yeah.
Did I have a bigger role? I don't know. So it could be fun.
Oh,
But no,
yeah,
they're great. They're great guys. They're, 28, 30 and doing wonderful things in the world. So,
They are. They
both went to med school and became doctors. And, I say to them, you could have been a social media content creator, but it's too late. I'm sorry that I scared you away from it. That's the irony, is that I was so against it. I'm like, this is the devil's work. You do not need to be online. And then they go off and go to med school. And I'm like, hey. And then I'll text them, I've got 5,000 followers. One of them is in he's a pediatrician in residency. And he was here last year when my accounts were kind of growing. And I said, oh my gosh, look at this. I have 10,000 followers. I'm losing my mind. And he said, Mom, you remind me of the iPad kids that come into my office and they're glued to their phone. It's like total role reversal. They're telling me, go get some fresh air, Mom. I think you need to put your phone down. I'm like, look, I'm famous.
Oh, it's so fun. Oh,
It is fun.
I absolutely love it. I was babysitting my little 4-year-old grandson, and there was some older kids around, and I don't know, this kid was trying to make conversation. He was about 9. Do you like hockey? No, I don't. Do you like baseball? Do you like, give me honest. No. And then pause. Are you a content creator?
The 9-year-old Alice?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Are you a content? I said, well, as a matter of fact, I am. And then so I asked him if he was too.
funny.
Yeah.
What a world we live in, isn't it?
I know.
Crazy, isn't it? But I mean, I guess at this point we can just have fun with it. The way I look at it is not that there's anything wrong with doing it at any age, but I don't feel a desperation about it. I've had my career, you know what I mean? I was a teacher for many years. And so this is just fun now. And I'm just not taking it too seriously. But it's kind of cool to say, yeah, we're kind of content creators. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we are coming to the end here. Is there anything else you'd like to share? This has been so much fun. I think
Love
we
it.
should do another one.
I'd love it. The only thing I can think of is that I am writing a book right now, and I'm so excited about it.
Good. Tell us.
Yeah, a literary agent reached out to me again. Amazing what social media can do. And they follow me, and they asked if I'd like to work with them on a humor book. So I'm picking away at that. No news of when. Hopefully it finds a home and I will have a book to share.
Oh,
Exciting.
wonderful.
Yeah, it's thrilling.
And what a fun way to spend your retirement.
It really is. It's kind of, I mean, it takes a lot of time. It's more than I anticipated, but I love it.
I think this is the answer is, find something that you really enjoy, because right now, we have the option. We don't have to be doing the grunge stuff. We can do exactly what we want.
It's so liberating, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it is.
I love it. And you can do it on your own time. I self-impose schedules because I like to keep organized. So I will say today I want to do this, this, and this. But the beauty of it is if something comes up, you just do it tomorrow. I
Exactly.
love it.
Yeah. Okay, so Colleen, give us how people can find you, because I know the 500,000 have found you.
I'm so happy.
There's so many.
Well-
There's there's billions of people in the world. So
I know. I'd like them all to be following me.
of course,
My handle is Colleen Landry Comedy. And that's the same handle for Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. So if they just put in my name, Colleen Landry Comedy, they will find me. And I hope they click the little follow button.
of course. And just a reminder, Colleen is spelled with 2 L's.
Right. Colleen. That's right.
Right. And we'll put
So-
it in the show notes.
Thank you for that. And hopefully there'll be a book coming at some point. And yeah, it's been really fun.
That's exciting. That is so
Thank
exciting. But this is not your first book. I know.
No, I wrote a humor book a few years ago and co-written some children's books with 2 fellow teachers.
Oh.
And it's about
I
a
saw
Canada goose who gets lost all over Canada. So we did 3 provinces so far: New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Island. And that was really fun too.
And tell the title of it. It's hilarious.
Oh, thank you. It's called Follow the Goose But Camellia Earhart. So we wanted it to be like Amelia Earhart flight.
Yeah.
That's how we got the name. And she has no GPS, which is Goose Positioning System. And she is easily distracted. So she always has to follow the Goose but in front of her. And kids love the word but.
But
And
of course,
yeah, so it was really fun to go around to schools and read those. So yeah, it's really been busy. When I think about it, I think, how did I write those books and work full time? I have no idea. So when I have busy days, I think, you used to be busier. You can do this.
yeah, plus raising a family.
It makes us wonder, doesn't it? When you look back, you think, how did we do that?
How did we do this? Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah.
But this is a nice phase of life. And I think it's exciting that you have a podcast to help women realize there's more after retirement and raising kids.
There definitely is. Yeah. Oh, Colleen, thank you so much. This has been great. And yeah, we'll have you back.
I would love it. It was so nice meeting you and chatting with you.
And yeah, we'll look forward to the book and all the videos coming up.
Thank you.